Hey! Episode 6!
Hey, talking more.
Yeah!
Into people's ears.
About time.
About time.
It's been a whole week.
It's always been a whole week.
Yeah,
every time.
Exactly a week too long.
Often less than a whole week.
Yes, it's kind of, I don't know, all over the place.
Yeah, but when they hear it, it's a week.
Kind of. Some of us have jobs. Not me, but...
Yeah, some of us have jobs.
I don't tend to listen to it at all.
There you go.
So as you all probably guessed, we brought Zack back again. Seems to be a regular. People like him.
They
Good
glued
guy.
me to the chair.
He's in here with Basement Boy.
Yeah,
We play chess.
They both eat the same fish heads. They're bonding.
I still haven't won. He's really good.
It's because you're playing checkers pieces.
Oh. It's really dark down here, so I can't tell.
And discarded amiibos.
Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry. I kind of have too many of them now.
Yeah, way too many.
No, I don't. I
feel
still
like
need more.
I feel like Nintendo's watching me.
That's because they are at this point.
Gotta be cameras.
Actually, no.
in those things.
Fox is watching me. His eyes are directly into my soul.
Yeah, Kirby's lifeless eyes are gazing at me.
Luigi looks like a schlong.
Yep, I think that was the point. I just don't know if they actually wanted that to be the point.
Yeah.
Well, blame Smash Bros. For that one. Anyway,
So welcome to episode 6 of the 8-Bit Canucks. I'm Rob.
I'm Axel.
I'm still here.
And there's not a lot of news this week.
Yeah, I think this will be very little news, more of us, I don't know, kind of rambling a little bit on, I don't know, whatever comes up. Probably not for long, though.
We're probably just going to have fun with this one.
So business as usual.
Essentially.
Exactly. Anyway, let's start this out the right way. Axel, what have you been playing?
What do you think?
Does it start with Xeno?
Yes.
Does it end in Blade?
Yes. Technically it ends in Chronicles, but still. I'm about 96 hours into it now.
Jesus.
I did finish the story, but I had to save before that, JRPG cliche.
Climactic battle.
Yeah, I saved before the point of no return so I could go back and do all the extra stuff. Because by the time you finish the story, you're probably about level 80, 81, or a little lower.
Is there a max level?
There is a max level. You can get to 99.
Okay.
But there are monsters up to level 120.
Oh.
The only way to remotely come close is to be max level with everybody, have certain arts leveled up the right way, and use certain gem buff items on certain people. So it's very complicated eventually with certain enemies. But there's only really 5 super-powered enemies that are past your level. But it's all very, very late end game stuff, so I still have another probably 20, 25 hours of just leveling and doing the quests that I still can't work on because I'm still only level 82
Jeez.
at this point. But now the final boss is just simple.
Yeah.
I had such a problem facing him at 78, 79. Once I got to 80, 81, it was nothing.
One level somehow makes that much of a difference.
It's really astounding that the one level makes that much difference.
At that point, it's very simple with the system that I do have laid out. Whatever level you are, anything a certain number of levels away from you on either end of the spectrum is either easy or more difficult depending on which way it goes.
Okay.
So if it's 0 to 3 levels away, it'll be on your level kind of, depending on what monster it is. Anything lower than that, and it becomes really easy. Conversely, if it's too high, then it becomes insanely challenging to even hit the thing that you're fighting.
Okay.
If you could hit it, you'd probably do well, but it's usually too powerful for you to bother fighting in the first place. That's why you need the gem items to actually help you.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I'm still working on that. More IDARB. And that's still it. I mean, Xenoblade is such a long game, and it's so engaging. If you only have a couple hours a day to play it, it just takes forever. But almost done with that. I will be playing some more 3DS stuff come Friday.
Now the Majoras and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate are coming out?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to get Monster Hunter right away.
Yeah.
After we played the demo, it was cool, but I'm still not quite sold on it.
It's because the demo really showed you no facets of the game. It showed you the battle mechanics.
Yeah.
Which is, sure, a big part, but there's so much more to it.
Well, it's from what I've seen of Monster Hunter 3, when that came out, there was a lot of of exploration to it.
There was.
Whereas the battles in 4 doesn't really give you that chance to explore. It's just, here's the monster, go kill it, otherwise it gets away.
At least the ones that we did in the demo.
Whatever 3 they had.
It once again, not an accurate representation.
Yeah. Well, because there's like all the crafting and the trading and the buying and the hub world and all that stuff that I would love to see, but they didn't show it.
No.
They have, I guess Capcom has been giving people early access copies to do promos and whatever on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is very, I don't know, progressive of Capcom to actually show stuff early.
Yeah.
For, like, YouTubers specifically. Because usually they're really, I guess they are technically paid deals, but they're usually really bad about that kind of thing. Mm. But it's better to offer it than not.
It's true.
Unless you're Nintendo. Unless you're Nintendo and you screw it up.
Oh, Nintendo.
They really screwed up that deal.
They did.
Because now it looks like there's, aside from just the specific games, I think we mentioned it last time, if you have any Nintendo games that aren't on that list that are first party, you have to take those videos down if you've registered your whole channel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't approve your submission. So, man, Nintendo.
They really screwed the booch.
Having to take down legacy stuff that you've put up on YouTube is kind of annoying. That people like to be able to go back and watch that stuff, right?
Yeah. It's weird. It seems like they had certain deals with certain people. Like Rooster Teeth has put up their Nintendo stuff, but with this new program, I don't think they're going to bother. What are you doing over there? What are you drawing? What are you drawing?
I ripped a piece of paper.
So you drew Nintendo. Something on it. Anyway,
just so you folks know, during the podcast, I like to draw things. I'm not good at all, but
they're usually dicks.
They're usually dicks.
It's very much dicks.
Anyways, but yeah, that's about all I've played. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS, the new 3DS. That'll be, I mean, that's my favorite Zelda game. I always debate, even just to myself, whether or not I enjoy that or Wind Waker more, and I think it's always Majora's Mask. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Something about like that weird dark twist to the whole world is just really cool. But
definitely,
you know, what are you, Zach? What are you playing? Anything?
Escapists, love that. Yeah. Still more Dying Light.
Mm.
I'm only halfway through the story.
Okay.
And I'm a good 30 hours into the Mother, but I refuse to miss side quests.
Yeah.
And I suck at fighting volatiles.
So, everyone does.
Yeah.
Even late game, my understanding is that they're pretty impossible.
Oh, very much so. I finally gotten the grappling hook, and I still can't manage to go around at night for very long before they find you.
Yeah. With escapists, I know that the point is obviously to like escape the prison.
Yeah.
Is there like a story to it? Is there a mechanic that's like interesting with it, aside from the fact that it's like with weird 2D, 3D look? Like it's kind of hard to explain, but
yeah. No, there doesn't seem to be much of a plot to it.
Just get out.
You just interact with the NPCs that are in there with you.
Okay. Is it randomly generated at all, or is it like...
it's preset maps.
Okay.
Although the community has started building some, so...
It's like brand new, too. It's only been out, a week or two on Steam?
About a month, actually, now.
A month? Okay.
Yeah. It was on Steam long before it made Xbox One.
Yeah, which was this week? This past week?
Yesterday.
So? Yesterday, okay. There's still not...
Which is the 10th for you people listening.
Yes. There's still not a whole lot for the Xbox One that I find myself needing to go back and play, aside
especially
from...
in Indie Town. There's nothing.
Well, there's some, but it's all the same. To what it used to be. It's all the same games that everyone already knows is there.
Yeah.
Like there's the Jackbox Party Pack, Fibbage on its own. There's, I mean, a lot of re-releases. Yeah. There's a lot of re-releases, but 1,000 points makes it worth it. Some of the cheaper costs is really nice. Picked up Another World for like $4.
Not bad.
That's for 1,000 points, and for a game that looks that good after so long, it's worth it. I will pick up the Jackbox collection eventually, but it's still $25, I think. I'll probably wait for a while. I already have a Fibbage.
Wait for a gold sale. It's coming.
It always does. That's why iDarb is such a good deal, just because it's free this month for any gold subscriber.
No.
I forget what's on
the same way I got Titanfall. I mean,
yeah.
I waited till it went on that Christmas sale, and I got the whole Mother for $12.
And I bought it brand new.
Good job.
That's okay. I was happy to buy it brand new.
Well, it's games like that, especially shooters. You want to wait till they patch at least a couple of times before you bother to pick them up.
You know what? After playing Titanfall, the beta on the one, and then playing it like day one for and then weeks after the fact. Even with all the patches they had to put in and all the stuff that they missed on initial release, I still loved that game.
Oh, I
don't know why. I'm not a shooter person by far.
It's all about giant robots.
The way that the giant robots worked,
Everyone loves giant robots.
It wasn't so intense like MechWarrior might be.
Yeah.
So like it was still cool, but without all of the intensity.
Yeah, MechWarrior,
well, without all of that level of intensity.
MechWarrior Armored Core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Armored Core? You need a bachelor degree to play that friggin' thing.
Yeah.
The 200 button controller or something.
Jesus.
God damn. I do want one of those just to like try it out.
You need an engineering degree.
Oh no! What we have to do is take a trip and try and find one of those BattleTech pods.
Oh yeah,
like the full simulation VR BattleTech pods. Because I know there's still some booting around in North America at some arcades. I heard that there's like a whole list of them on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
I really want to try it.
That'd be cool.
It actually is the full console in there.
No way.
To your left and your right, it is the perspective of left and right, and like forward.
That'd be badass.
I've seen videos of it. It's beautiful.
That'd be so cool.
You will die a lot as you figure out how to move a mech with an actual control panel.
Yeah. Oh man, I think of that, and I would love to see that implemented into a Macross or Robotech game.
Ooh.
Like just like the level of speed in those battles would be so cool.
I'd love to see it in a Gundam game.
That would be any space mech battle thing.
Giant mech space thing.
Oh, first person virtual reality Gurren Lagann.
That would be crazy.
Nope.
Oh, you want to fight on galaxies?
No.
I crushed your face with the Milky Way, bitch.
Exactly.
Or whatever galaxy they used.
Hopefully not the Milky Way.
Well, I don't even know if it's Earth.
Probably not.
It's kind of Earth, but
Orf.
Not. Orf. It's not Earth. It's Orf.
Orf. Welcome to Orf, motherfucker.
But yeah, anything else then?
No, that's it.
That's about it. Rob?
I went back and I'm trying to beat Knights of the Old Republic. Now,
Trying.
Let me tell you an interesting little story about me and Knights of the Old Republic.
It's a sad story.
You're bad at finishing things?
No,
Is that
I'm
the story?
great at finishing things. Knights of the Old Republic, I got it when it was released, back on the classic Xbox.
Right.
I'd have to call it the classic Xbox, but not the original Xbox or Xbox One. But
Because if you say Xbox One, people are like, wait, you mean the first one?
Duh.
God damn it.
So yeah, I got it on release back then when I was really young.
Yeah.
And I love that game. I played it to death. I would like beat Terrace and then decide I hate my character, go back, make another one, rebeat Terrace like 20 times.
Right.
Until I was finally satisfied. I'd get through all the planets and everything like that. I got to shortly before, about 15 minutes before the very end of the game, when my disc scratched. So,
oh no.
little old me, after I finished crying in my corner, I decided to run down to Blockbuster, because those still existed. And I rented one. Brought it back up to my house, popped it in, hopefully my save file's still there. Mm-hmm. That disc is scratched.
God damn it.
Go back down, hey, my disc is scratched, can I get another one? Sure, I grab their other copy. Take it back up, put it back in, save data is corrupt. Okay, I'm a little disheartened here. I'm just going to give up for now.
Yeah.
About 10 years later, picked it up again. Mm-hmm. Basically the same thing happened.
God damn it.
So over the course of the past, 10 years, I've been trying to beat that game desperately, and it won't let me. So now I've got 4 different copies of it. 1 PC, 1 phone, 1 tablet, and I got another one from my original Xbox. And I'm going to try and beat it now. There's no way 4 copies are going to mess up on me.
Well, see, now that you've said that, though.
Shut up.
You want to borrow mine? It's in mint frickin' shape.
I already have.
And if you scratch my disc, I will cut you.
I already have 4 different copies. I'm good.
Do you want to come use it on my Xbox?
Nope.
That's not cursed.
I'm playing it on my tablet.
I actually don't know if I have the game. I think I might have it on Steam.
If you want, I've got another copy from a Humble Bundle.
If I don't have it on Steam, then I might take you up on that.
Okay.
And then I can probably beat it before you do.
Probably. It's just so disheartening.
Yeah.
Every time.
I felt the same way after my 75 plus game save files went missing on my corrupted GameCube memory card.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hours gone.
Yeah.
We've all had one of those lovely moments where a save just goes...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had individual saves, but not 75 at once. That was like, at that point, I just stopped playing the GameCube.
I've never had a whole memory card go. I've had people destroy my consoles and memory cards and in them. Like that time my friend threw a brick at his cat and hit my GameCube. Fucking dick. Also, who throws a brick at a cat?
A brick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I lent it to one of my childhood friends.
Oh,
And
fuck a doodle.
It came back in pieces, including the memory card. And they gave me the excuse. Oh, I was trying to throw a brick at my cat and I missed. That doesn't make...
At that point, you're like, I understand how it's broken. Why would you throw a brick at a cat?
Exactly, right?
God damn it.
Cause and effect here is fairly clear, but the why,
Yep.
perhaps, we should cover.
And then they decided to replace it with a cheap eBay one that can only play Animal Crossing.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
you got the
GameCube
Animal
is
Crossing
for.
card?
Yep.
You know what I hated about that stupid memory card?
What?
I bought that brand new in like the original GameCube game when it came out. Turns out when you play it the first time, you get 2 or 3 or whatever NES games on that card.
Yep.
But if you start a new file,
You lose them.
you don't get them again.
Yeah, mine was used. So
So
I'm
you
like,
didn't get
You
anything.
didn't even get that.
You just had like the special little sticker on it.
Exactly.
I've got mine sitting behind us.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And even when I tried to replace it with a new memory card, the GameCube itself could physically not run any other discs. They would not show up.
It just didn't know how to work.
It didn't know how to work. I don't even know how that could happen.
That's
It only trusted Animal Crossing.
I guess so.
Animal Crossing for life.
Ugh. You'll play this game until the clock maxes out.
Is that even possible?
Yeah, in
I've
the
never-
year 9999,
I actually want to test and see like what happens when it tries to clock over.
it rolls over.
Does it just go back to zero?
It just goes back to zero.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
When you're a kid with a GameCube that only runs one game, you try to work these
Just
things
mess
out.
it up.
Yeah.
All right then.
So yeah, I'm trying to beat Kotar for the
Kotar.
6th time in 10 years. And hopefully my phone doesn't burst into flames and my house doesn't burn down.
Well, you've already lost all your pictures on it. I mean,
It's not a good sign.
logic dictates that everything else is next.
Yep. But if I lose that, I lose my save.
I mean, I've switched phones a couple of times now, and I don't have an easy way of transferring that stuff over too well, so I've lost a couple of save files for phone games.
You
but
really can't transfer over phone game saves.
I know there's a way, but it's so annoying with my Android phones, I just don't bother.
Yeah.
Not to mention, most of the games are really simple or short anyway.
Yeah, you don't care. Oh, I lost my Flappy Bird score? Who gives a fuck?
I still have never played the original Flappy Bird stuff.
It is...
I've played, like, the clone in iDarb, because it's a halftime show game.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
lasts, like, 5 seconds.
Because nobody can do it.
It's just because of, like, the jump arc. It's a
Yeah.
little too large. Like, Flappy Bird at least gave you, like, I don't know, enough leeway.
Yeah, I guess.
iDarb doesn't.
No. iDarb is a merciless beast.
That game is intense.
That game is intense.
As soon
I
as
love
you,
it.
as soon as you learn how to, like, waggle the right stick to boot.
As soon as you learn to waggle.
Yep. It's all about the waggle.
Oh, God. All right.
All right, then.
So you guys want to get into...
So last week, I decided to start that segment where you guys need to tell me to do something because I'm terrible at media.
What should Axel do?
Yeah, well,
It needs a theme song. It needs a jingle.
We'll come up with something eventually, but that's down the road.
Wait, that's Kirby.
Yeah, that's very Kirby.
Yeah.
So last week you wanted me to watch Pacific Rim.
What'd you think?
So I enjoyed the set pieces, like the scale of the robots and the monsters in the city was very, very cool. Like I don't know, like the design for them and the idea behind them was very interesting. I do wish there was a bit more variety, not necessarily the monsters themselves, but more to how distinguishable they might have been. Because like the idea behind each one was very clear at times. Like it was.
This one flies. This one spits acid.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment.
That
One like the
was.
one like just suddenly bat wings.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was cool.
Well, crap, I'm gonna die.
There was a lot of moments in that movie where you're like, that was just awesome. That was so cool.
See, for me, most of that only came from one or two monsters. Like there was the bat one, which was a really cool moment because you just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And there was the pregnant one,
Oh, yes.
which was kind of surprising, but at the same time, you're like, I see it coming now. Oh shit, these guys are fucked.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that was kind of anticlimactic though, because the baby just up and dies like right away.
Well, it is.
To anyone who hasn't watched it, sorry, we're spoiling it a little.
Ah.
Um,
Yeah, we should have the spoiler alerts for Pacific Rim, I guess.
Which is now technically 2-3 years old?
Yeah, I think it's like a year and a half. It came out 2014, right?
I thought it was
It's early 2014, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was some time ago.
Don't quote us. We're in Canada. We
Just
get
go
stuff late.
watch it.
Yeah. But no, I really like the idea behind the whole Jaeger program, the kaiju coming in and fucking everything up. However, given that it is a Del Toro movie, I was kind of expecting more level of detail, not in the world, but in certain aspects of, I guess, some of the characters. I mean, there's... having watched something like Pan's Labyrinth, maybe some of it wasn't quite as clear, but you got a good idea of what each character was like and where they came from and why they are the way they are.
Yeah. Whereas in
This was
Pacific Rim-
very much Hollywood action movie. So it was like a Del Toro twist on something that was too obvious. So, like, you got the bald black dude who's the army guy, and he's, like, super sick or whatever, but it doesn't matter, because he's going to sacrifice himself, because, ooh, spoiler, he's a fighter once.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing that
none of it was very, very surprising. The only surprising parts came from, not necessarily, like, I guess the introduction of certain monsters, but certain parts of certain monsters. Not to mention the climax of the movie was, to me, not very climactic.
in comparison, I can definitely see that, because the entire movie was kind of a climax.
I mean, I think
explosions, information's explosions.
Yeah.
Like it was
Speech,
very overwhelming
explosions.
for the very end to be not as extreme, I guess.
Yes. It's almost like the climax happened earlier and just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the biggest part was, like, the flying one. The flying one and, like, the fall down from that. Because at that point, they literally are going down further into the depths of the water to finish the story. And the monsters that they showed there, aside from being very obscured from the dark underwater and the dark color of their skin, or scales, or whatever they had, they just weren't as memorable creatures underwater.
Yeah.
Like, you had the very clear eel one, you had the weird, like, newt-ish one, and then whatever that giant Class 5 was.
The was that the one with the
was
spear for a head?
I think so. Yeah. But it was also the one that was the most obscured, but the most boring. Because it was just like another giant lizardy type thing.
Yeah.
And you really only saw it for a couple of seconds, because I forget the name of the generals, I guess, whatever his title was.
Yeah, it got made dead pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I forget, like, whatever their Jaeger was called. But it was like 3 slashes, 1 to the neck, 1 to each arm, and then that's all you saw of the monster until it popped back up later and just immediately died. Like, all of the water monsters were, like, really, really boring.
Yeah.
And then the whole conclusion of, let's explode everything, was like, when's he gonna pop up later? Oh, there he is. Forced romantic moment. And as soon as the movie ended, I'm like, that is super sequel bait. Turns out this is a sequel for 2017.
There is.
I think 2017 is when they want to air it. Like, then when they want it to show.
Well, I mean, when you float into some alien's homeworld and then flip him the bird by blowing up his house, he's obviously coming back.
Yeah.
As far as I know, the only returning cast so far are the 2 doctors. Which,
Damn right.
honestly, they're
actually pretty funny.
They're pretty
They were
good.
really funny.
Black Captain guy is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone is dead.
Basically everyone.
See, but to me, that was part of what was a little annoying, is they had all of these cool characters.
A whole lot of death.
And just
I didn't mind the death. Like, as soon as I heard Jaeger, I'm like, this is going to be Attack on Titan. This is going to be just dead everywhere. Everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
Turns out everyone dies except for, like, the 2 doctors, one of the pilots, the father pilot, and Japanese girl and main man.
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of just there most of the time. They're like side characters.
Yeah.
Oh, and the dog that was just there because...
You can't forget the dog.
I don't know why the dog was there.
He's a
What was the
dog.
point?
He's a dog.
What was the point?
Why not?
Because why?
He's a dog.
I don't know.
He's adorable.
It was still fun to watch. It was still entertaining. I don't know. I expected a little bit, I don't know, something different from a Del Toro flick. Which, I don't know who else he worked with, or if he had full creative control. Maybe it was just sort of like something fun to do for him, so maybe it didn't matter as much.
Yeah.
But
I think
they are planning at least one more movie, hoping for a third.
I think that was the case.
So.
Is he had a lot of creative control. It was mostly just fun for him because Del Toro is a huge otaku.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the allure of giant robots.
You know what's really funny, now that I think about it?
Japanese girl.
What's really funny is that when Pacific Rim came out, Hideo Kojima of Metal Gear Solid and Zone of the Enders fame said that he never expected such an otaku-type movie to be made in his lifetime.
Yeah.
And now they're working together on Silent Hill. That's kind of cool.
That is.
That, like, one just makes something that the other loves, and that is reason enough for them to work together.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am a little concerned, just because Kojima has this tendency to make things a little bit too over the top in the level of confusion. Like, more recent Silent Hills were either really bad, although I don't know how much...
Although really blunt.
Yeah. I don't know how much inclusion he had in any of them, if any, really. And not from personal experience, but I've heard many stories of how ridiculous Metal Gear has become.
Revengeance.
See, it's a fun game, though.
It sounds ridiculous.
It's a fun
made
yes,
up
it
a
does.
word.
It's a fun word.
Apparently, it's not the first time that word was
Revengeance.
used.
I still don't give a crap.
Out of what? Hideo Kojima's, like, head?
No, somebody else used it somewhere else. I heard it, and I don't remember where.
Wow.
Seriously, every time I hear Revengeance, I'm like, Beck?
That sounds like something out of a Leslie Nielsen movie. Naked Gun, Revengeance.
Naked Gun 4.38. Revengeing.
Revengener. The Revenge.
Seriously, what would you call a sequel to that game?
Revengers.
Revengeance again? Revengeance squared?
Revved Revengeance.
Re-Revengeance? I don't know.
Revenge.
It's all really dumb.
Niners.
I don't know. Anyway, I hope that Silent Hills turns out well. I'm sure it will, but
Yeah.
it has been a while since Del Toro did something horror-based. And especially since his, I believe he was working on that Insane trilogy
With THQ.
that all got totally shuttered.
Yeah.
He said that it got moved to something else, but it hasn't surfaced.
It's in development hell.
So I assume it's just gone.
Yeah.
It's gone the way of Duke Nukem.
There was another game when the Wii first came out that was announced. It was supposed to be like this really old school looking film noir type horror game set in what's the big park in New York? I don't know.
Central Park?
Yeah, is it Central Park?
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be set there with really weird medically based psychological horror. It sounded so fucking cool. And it looked awesome just from what the little they showed, and it never came out.
Oh.
A lot of horror games get shot in the foot before they even make it out of the game. You
Yeah.
get a couple screenshots, maybe a video,
Yeah.
and it never happens.
It's the curse of that genre.
Well, because the genre is either too repetitive or too, I wouldn't say unoriginal, but too boring.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that just doesn't work. Like, what's one of the big two horror games I can think of off the top of my head for the Wii that aren't just Resident Evil remakes or the shooters is Escape from Bug Island and Cursed Mountain. And
both of which were awful.
I haven't played Cursed Mountain yet. I do have it.
They made
Play it eventually.
the Ring game for the Wii.
I heard that was kind of interesting, just not great.
It
looked cool.
I didn't
It
get a
looked
chance to
interesting.
play it. I watched some gameplay of
Yeah.
it, and what it is one person plays Detective Joe, who gives a shit,
Yeah.
wandering around trying to figure out what's going on. Right. The other person holds the controller and gets to choose when there's a jump scare.
Yeah.
One of 4 preset jump scares. So you can sit there just pressing, say, A, and the girl will just constantly pop up on the screen. And you're supposed to use that to time and scare your partner, which I thought was cool. And the story ended up being balls.
It looks like they probably ruined it, but the concept was great.
It ended up
Like
being shovelware.
some footage
actually.
is pretty interesting. It's just it isn't always.
Yeah.
Obviously, the footage they really showed was the only good stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the same way a lot of Nintendo horror turns out, unless it's Eternal Darkness, and then we just never see more because Silicon Knights.
Yeah.
Actually, Zombie U was pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of people complained about how hard it was. I didn't really have that much of a difficult time with it, but it was really pretty. The zombies were reasonably reactionary. Like, if you started popping off rounds, almost every zombie in the block would start heading your way.
Right.
good.
When you have to run, you gotta cheese it. You know you're fucked. It's not your over-the-top, like, Dead Rising kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's semi-realistic zombies that kind of shamble a little.
Okay.
And when you die, if you're playing on hardcore, you're just fucking dead. The saves are erased.
But you lose your character, right?
If you're playing on normal, the character you are playing is dead, and you have to go recover your equipment as a new person off your own fucking corpse.
Yeah.
No way.
Which may in fact be reanimated and try and kill you.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's a really cool idea. Rogue Legacy kind of does that now with the whole ancestry thing.
Yeah. I'm a big Rogue Legacy fan.
I just don't like that there's no alternate character skin stuff. He's always the big guy knight thing, no matter what you specialize in. I'd like to be able to see some equipment changes. Like if I buy different armor, I would like different armor of it.
Yeah.
I personally...
Or if I'm focusing in magic, I'd like, maybe a wizard. I would beat some ass as a wizard.
Oh, come on, you don't like shooting fireballs out of your mighty sword?
No, I'd like to see the guy parading through, fucking magic wand up in the air, doing the Nazi march that Rogue Legacy Knight guy does. You see him walk, one leg, one leg, one leg, one leg.
Yeah, the goose step.
In a friggin' wizard uniform, a wizard robe.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be something, all right.
When I
little curled booties.
when I see games or stories or whatever it is that has a focus on something that's dead, and it's very clear that like your characters are either dead to start with or will be dead, part of it's just weird to me. Like I can't get around the concept that the person I'm playing isn't there and might not matter.
No, simply
like Murdered, Soul Suspect.
Yeah, which was a cool concept that they royally screwed up. And it's so disappointing.
I never picked it up. I was waiting to see reviews on it, and I just sort of forgot it existed.
I played it from start to finish within like 2 days.
Oh, that's a sad
But it's like the story is... There's one good twist. And even then it's not great just because you can kind of figure it out. It's still pretty good, I guess. But overall, the way the story is told is not good. It's just not well done because you just go around pushing buttons until it solves itself.
So
even
that's
the system that they have in place to say you should do this as well as possible to get like however many shields out of however many shields.
So what I'm hearing is it's LA Noire. No matter what you do, you will ham-fist your way through it.
Well, no, in LA Noire there were fail states. There were actual moments where you could not pass. You had to reset certain points.
But I managed to blast my way through that by hitting random buttons.
Yeah. Which is totally possible. In Murdered, that's all you can do. Doesn't matter how many times you fail a puzzle or an investigation, you are never going to fail. Because it just spells it out for you until you get the right answer. And there's no reward for doing well, there's no penalty for doing poorly.
So then why even bother?
Exactly. And the combat system was almost non-existent until you got to certain points with demons that could, like, see you. And even then you just had to sneak up behind them and quick time event them to death.
For some reason, snap their invisible demon neck.
Pull
out their demon butt.
I forget the in-universe reason for it. I don't know. It was very disappointing because the concept they had was so interesting. And I would have loved to see it just because I like mysteries. Even though, yes, your character is dead, it's kind of the point of the game. So, I don't know, in that case, to me, it's kind of worth it. But then there's I tried watching Shakugan no Shana, like, years ago.
What?
It's an old anime, red-haired chick with a sword. She's super cool, whatever.
Okay.
But it starts off, in the first 10 minutes, it's like super normal, and then weird demon thing shows up, and all these people die, and you realize that the main character of the story, aside from Shauna, has just died and had been resurrected with some, in-universe magic thing. And I'm like, how am I supposed to care if he's dead?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, there's no threat then. To me, that just feels like there's no urgency anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm trying to think of anything that has someone that dies where there's actual consequences to it.
Casper. The friendly ghost.
There's no consequence to Casper. He's just there.
They can banish him or whatever.
I don't know. But like Murdered has no consequence at all for anything.
I will give the game one thing. I love the name for the sole fact that I would get text where people are like, hey, I got murdered.
Yep. I do actually like the way the title was portrayed because it's Soul Suspect with a U. So it's like you're, just the soul that's left after you're dead. But you're also looking for that one person that actually committed the crimes. So it's kind of a cute little play on words.
The guy who murdered the death.
Yeah. I don't know. It's dumb. Yeah. I will say by the time it's revealed, it's kind of dumb. But at least it kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know. I would give it a try if you don't have to pay very much for it.
What?
But the company got shuttered. So.
Were you killed by yourself from the future?
No.
Are we doing Infamous here?
There's no time travel. There is no time travel, but it's lots of ghosts.
Ah!
You know what's a good game from that whole ghost genre? A old PC game called Ghostmaster.
Okay.
All you do is it's like a pseudo RPG.
Yeah.
Where you are the ghost master and you hire ghosts to drive people out of their homes. You haunt them until they flee. That's the whole premise.
That sounds good.
Sounds awesome.
It is quite fun. It's from like that isometric perspective that Fallout's kind of on.
Okay.
So you're moving around the house and you're haunting objects and you're freaking them out and slowly getting them scared while being efficient with your ghost energy.
Yeah.
You know, trying to have enough to actually pull it off.
Cool.
You're trying to scare people out of their homes. That's it.
Okay.
Is there like a genre of games for masochists?
Probably.
Like, 'cause
Super
that-
Meat Boy?
Well, no, because that sounds like a game where you play as a character that just enjoys watching people suffer. There's an entire series of games. I forget what they're called off the top of my head, but you play as a character whose sole purpose is to trap your victims and make them fall victim to like these gruesome.
Tecmos Deception.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The Deception series.
Yes.
I own that first one.
Yes.
And it's
So
beautiful.
you know what I mean, like that whole genre of
feel like,
games.
you feel like a badass monster. Although, Deception, you have no actual weapons of your own.
Yeah, it's
You
all
have to
based
defend
on
yourself
traps.
with traps and later in the plot summoned monsters.
Yeah.
Which is your emergency oh shit button.
Yeah. But like that's what I mean. Like there's certain games where like the whole point of the
Oh.
game is just to mess with people.
You played them, Axel? I think
I
that-
haven't because I know that was it Deception 4 that was coming out here recently?
Yeah.
But that's like the only one that's remotely available, and even then, good luck finding a copy.
Do you still have a PS1?
No. I do have a PS2 that
PS2.
can run PS1.
Then I
kind
will lend
of.
you my copy of Tecmos Deception.
Okay.
The very
original?
first one.
Okay.
It is so blocky.
That's fine. I played Ico, the original Ico with like the blue disc
Yep.
on PS2 that didn't work properly, so the screen kept bouncing up and down.
Oh.
I think I mentioned it once before, but yeah, if I can play with the screen doing like up and down seasickness crap for 5 hours, I can handle blocky. I mean, one of my favorite games is Katamari Damacy. It's nothing but blocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, blocky and joyous.
Yes.
You basically steal small parts of the world at a time until you
Eventually
steal
the
the
whole
entire
world.
world.
Pretty
And
much.
the universe.
In later games, yeah.
And then the king of the universe.
You can actually get the grandfather too.
What?
If you go like really, really like giant,
Yeah.
you can actually get not just the king and the wife, but you can get the grandfather.
No way.
He's in there somewhere.
Gee,
He's hiding.
What is he? Is he like
I don't know, man. He's
like
just huge.
bigger than 6 universes?
You basically need to perfect that world.
Wow.
It's harsh.
That's crazy.
It's not easy at times. But yeah, that's what you guys wanted me to do last week. What would you recommend for this week? And try to make it something different from each of you. I don't want you to both to say the same thing.
Wow.
It can be games, movies, whatever.
Because last week it was a new thing, so...
Yeah.
Anything?
I've been hardcore into television shows lately.
Okay.
So it'd be nice to have someone to finally talk to about some of them.
Right.
Watch Black Sails from Stars.
Okay.
It's a pirate show. It takes place 20 years before the events of Treasure Island.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
The book. It follows Captain Flint and Long John Silver
Yes.
as they get the gold before Flint kills everyone.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds pretty good.
It is. It's very not what modern pirates look like. It is not Pirates of the Caribbean in the slightest, aside from the fact that they're in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because that's where pirates were. Mm-hmm. There's a guy who died from scurvy.
So like it's proper like 1700s.
Yeah.
Like super dark and
Yes.
gritty or I guess 1800s.
Yeah, 1800s.
Yeah.
Late, early 18...
No,
1800s.
Well, the age of sail was 1600 to 1700. Like, the age of the pirate was over by the 1800s.
Okay,
thought it
it
was
would be
18.
17.
Might have been. Yeah, I guess it was.
I don't know an exact date because they never really tell us.
Okay.
But so, it's a fantastic series with a great cast, and the number one thing that I love the most about it is, unlike in Pirates that we've seen throughout forever in media, is that the captains are not these gods. They're not these evil, maniacal gods that cannot be dethroned, defeated.
Okay.
Whereas, for example, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You start out with Barbossa, who is a skeleton guy, who ends up getting killed but comes back.
Yeah. So, like, any of the captains from the movies, or
Any of the captains from the movies.
or
They're
Assassin's Creed 4.
I'm sorry, man. The Council of Captains from Pirates of the Caribbean, those guys were a collection of knobs.
That's true.
And you know what? I would have liked to have seen a mini-series about them.
Yes.
You have to admit, that was quite the collection of characters. Imagine
Yeah.
every one of them getting like one episode to each. just for like backstory.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Just like imagine the French guy's backstory or the pissed off Chinese lady.
Yes. Or
Some weird shit there.
What's it called? The Saudi Arabian guy who has like a super high pitched voice.
Yeah.
Now we go to war.
But so in Black Sails, the entire premise is that the captains are still human, although they're obviously more clever
Yeah.
and
That's how they got there.
more competent.
There's a reason
fighters.
they're captain.
Yeah, there's a reason they're captain.
Okay.
And the reality is they're constantly fighting mutinies.
Yeah.
I believe Captain Flint, like, it's only 8 episodes so far. Captain Flint has foiled 10 mutinies.
Jesus.
Yeah, because, well, they don't like him, right?
Well, mutinies are surprisingly easy to foil when you shoot the leader in the face.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. And
As soon as someone pulls out the only gun on the ship, you're probably going to win.
yeah.
Well, I mean, back then, if that gun had one shot, you had better aim for the ringleader.
Yeah, exactly. But so it's very realistic as far as pirates go, and
Okay.
the story so far, I like how it hasn't tied too much into Treasure Island yet, aside from association.
More just like
It's kind of its own.
it's
IP.
kind of like what Bates Motel is doing.
Yes.
Where it's like the previous information that you don't really need, but it's kind of cool to see.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I believe we're in season 2 right now. It's going to.
Oh, so it's like super short British seasons?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's each season is 6 episodes.
Okay.
So we've done season 1 is 6, and then we're 2 episodes into season 3.
Okay.
Or season 2. Numbers. And so it's really short. You can watch it in a day if you wanted to.
Okay.
But I believe as we get throughout season 2, it's going to tie in more with the book.
Right.
Once we actually get to the treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of the characters are just so fantastic, though. It's and so realistic.
All
Watch
right.
it.
Hour-long episodes?
Yeah, 50 minutes.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Zach?
Anything from you? I'm trying to think of like
Maybe the best
games
way to
that I
go.
can play. So, I mean,
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl?
Tecmo.
Yeah, I don't think I can find that.
Oh.
Even on like, and I don't like emulating. Like, I really don't prefer that. But if I have to, I will. But
If the cartridge or disc is literally impossible to find.
yeah, exactly.
Because it was either never released here or released in
Or
such small
or it's
quantities.
insanely expensive.
Yeah.
Like a lottery prohibitive win expensive.
Yeah. I am looking for any reason to play different games though, because I have like I might have a lot around me, but I have no direction on
Where to
on
go.
anything to start with. I mean, PS3's up here. All my like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff is over there, with all my 360 and 1 collector's editions. GameCube and PS2 are all over there. 400 whatever Steam games, boxed PC stuff up there.
They can't see where you're pointing.
I know, but you can. It's for you.
Yeah.
Point is, they know how much shit that I have. I have a lot of stuff.
Most
Lots.
of which is either barely opened or in some cases literally not opened. I've seen some Xbox game over there that still in a
Yeah.
shrink wrap.
You still haven't opened Hyrule Warriors.
Probably never
I opened
will.
it.
Oh.
I opened it. I only opened it to get the Club Nintendo code.
Can I play it?
I will. I'm going to play it.
Guess,
Okay.
I need to start playing it just because I need more to play on the Wii U.
guess
Yeah.
I owe you $5, Rob.
Damn it.
We said it'd be at least another month before you opened it.
Yep.
The Xenogears or whatever would suck up his...
Xenoblade.
We thought
No,
Xenoblade
I
was
did have to open Hyrule Warriors just because Club Nintendo's ending soon.
That's
and I want to
true.
get as many points in as possible. I'm 100 off Platinum.
Oh.
And just in case, I don't know if you saw the announcement. The, like, kind of not announcement, but it was leaked, so too bad for Nintendo. They announced those Gold and Silver Mario amiibos.
Are going to be for Club Nintendo?
No one knows yet.
Oh.
They just showed them, they took them down within the minute, and already people had screenshots of them on the... it's some, like, consumer product website for Nintendo toy products, specifically.
Yeah.
For, like, I don't know, poison levels or whatever. Stuff that it's parts per million of whatever paint is used on the
Uranium
figures.
and lead.
Yeah, so it's whatever's allowed to be on toys for children. Because in the States, it's, or I guess here as well, it's a toy for 6 and up. So it has to be within whatever regulations they have.
Yeah.
And those websites are updated whenever they're about to release something. So clearly they're planning on releasing these things soon. They never put them up on the website unless the release date is very, very close. So I'm kind of wondering how they're going to release them. The only release I can imagine is they're either going to make it for Club Nintendo's closure, and it's going to be a secret, I don't know, prize at the end of
Ew.
March, which would suck for some people, because the reason they're not going for the points is because they haven't announced a physical prize.
Yeah.
So that would be garbage if that was the case.
It would.
Or they're going to be chase figures. And for people that aren't aware of what that means, those are variant colored figures or special edition stuff released during certain times of the year that have no set release date, no set release location, no chance to actually pre-order it, no chance to look it up properly because you don't know any information about it because it's not listed online, because you have to find it in-store while you're browsing.
Oh.
They did that for Skylanders, just recently, actually.
It's a shit luck product.
Yeah. So, there was one Skylander that came out, it's like a Valentine's Day version, and it's only in very, very limited quantities, and only some stores have it so far, and they just put them out on the shelves. So only some of them have been found, but you don't know how many are being made, you don't know where they're being delivered to. We're in Canada, we're probably fucked.
Yeah, probably not even going to see any.
Probably not.
Traditionally, we're fucked.
They did have a production run of 2 months for each of the gold and silver amiibo variations. I just don't know. I don't know where they're going to end up.
No idea.
Because if it's going to be, for all locations of the world, it'll be bad.
Yeah.
It'll be bad trying to find them.
It'll be tough. So, Zach, what do you want Axel to play? Do?
Well, you tell me that you're not really that much of an old school guy. Go back and, I don't know, replay
General
something from the
Custer's
NES.
Adventure.
Yes.
Something from the NES.
Okay.
I don't know. How's Legend of Zelda 2 sound?
Adventure of Link.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't have the NES version. I do have the Game Boy Advance version when it came out on like the classic NES series.
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Close enough.
I could play that. I got partway into it, like to Temple 3, and then I stopped because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Let us know once you get to Shadow Link.
Fuck that.
Oh man, that was hard.
Shadow Link and Thunderbird.
Yep. Just impossible.
It's one of the only Zelda games I've never completed.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's actually the only one now that I think about it.
Aside from Hyrule Warriors.
Well, yeah, but that's like a spin-off. If I count like main...
And Legend of Gamelon.
Wand of Gamelon.
Gamelon. Whatever.
Well, you've already played it, so...
Legend of Phillips.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Have you got anything else in mind? I have some NES stuff, but I don't have the cords to actually set it up. I'm
Or
missing
NES.
one cord. I do have an NES. It's right there.
My
Bowser's on top of it.
Well, let's see. Actually, you know what? Grab something on early access.
Okay.
Just pick something.
From Steam.
Yeah.
Goes against everything that I hold dear.
I know you might hate it, but you know what? A good, solid review on early access, they read that stuff.
True.
It's
Some
really
of
useful
them
to the it's still useful to the developers, or at least people looking at it to buy it. When you participate in the community, you make it better just by being around. As long as you're constructive and at least moderately rational and can spell.
Okay.
You can spell, can't you?
I try to.
Okay.
I would love to get H1Z1, but I'm not paying $20 for it.
Why would... I'm not even gonna...
What?
No!
The game doesn't look half bad. The problem is that they want it to be free later, but you have to pay for it now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not supporting their development. They came from Sony. It doesn't matter that they're independent now. The game was funded primarily with Sony.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway, I would do that, but I'll try and find something else. I don't know what's on early access right now.
Everything.
Just take a quick look.
Technically, Paranautical Activity is still early access. Paranautical Activity
Don't
was
waste
early
your time
access.
with Paranormal Activity.
But I have it.
Why?
It was from some Humble Bundle, wasn't it?
No?
It was from some bundle of something.
I don't have it, and I've bought in every Humble Bundle.
There's Humble Bundle, there's Indie Gala, there's
Probably
Flying
Indie Gala.
Bundle, there's Bundle Stars.
Bundle Reno.
There's a lot of bundles.
A whole lot of bundles.
Whatever bundle I picked up, Paranautical Activity was in it.
Okay.
But it was only like $2 or $3 for the whole pack of like however many
Yeah.
games. So it's in there, but obviously they're done. So
Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah.
Whatever
Early
little-
access game.
okay,
And watch Black Sails.
Black Sails. Okay,
So, now that's done. Let's get on to what little news there is.
yeah. I mean, it's fine that we're rambling for this
Got
long,
two
just because there's
freaking
nothing.
items.
Yeah,
There's
That's
a whole
it.
lot of nothing.
And there's nothing really talking about them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's all anticipation at this point. For
It's-
us.
So it's a little on
rumors.
the a little on the worrisome side.
Yeah, the first bit, Netflix. I don't know if it was like a proper announcement or if it was just sort of like a leak. I
It's
don't know
just
what it was.
it's a leaked rumor, so we don't even know if this is official or not. No one does.
I think they're just in talks for it, but there's talks for a Legend of Zelda live action series on Netflix. And I'm just so worried just because Nintendo has zero track record. It was a
live
positive track record with anything. All of their cartoon anything was just generally bad.
And everyone remembers the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, the Mario Bros. Movie, the Super Mario Super Show, the Zelda thing.
Hey, Super Show was wonderful. It was a giant Italian stereotype, but it was still wonderful.
Do the Mario.
I refuse to shake.
Swing your
No
arms
shaking.
from side. So, the one thing that I think is really cool about the live-action Legend of Zelda series is that the writers are going to have the easiest time writing dialogue. Oh, Link!
They're gonna make Link talk.
Oh, no.
They have to.
I hope not.
They're gonna have to.
How do you know?
How are they gonna have a series based on a character that you're focusing on the entire episode and not have him speak?
They'll probably just...
I want to know if they're gonna do that.
They'll probably just give him a vehicle, someone like Navi or any of the other ones from the games, who will speak what you believe Link is thinking, rather than have him actually talk.
Right. I realized playing through some old Zelda games, however long ago now, Link does speak. You just don't see the speech.
Yeah.
Like, there are very, very specific conversations from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Very early on when he talks to Mido, before you get to the Deku Tree, where it's clearly a conversation taking place. You just don't see your own side of the conversation.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to, like, assume his role, so it's like you talking to them. So the speech is there, you just don't, you know. Well, I don't know how... But I'm also wondering, is it going to be an adaptation? Is it going to be its own thing, like the Philips stories with the CGI games?
God. A lot of people are saying it's going to be kind of like a Game of Thrones for kids, so a lot of politics and intrigue and vicious... Can you imagine Link getting into a friggin' vicious sword battle and cutting off some dude's head?
That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool.
I mean, technically, in 2 different Zelda games, he stabs Ganon somewhere in the face region.
Yeah, Link's a face stabber.
Ocarina of Time, he stabs him through the mouth.
Link's a face stabber.
And Wind Waker, he stabs him straight through the forehead. And somehow Ganon still talks.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Ganon is invincible.
Dude, he's taken 1,000 different incarnations. One of them, he was a magical, overweight pig. Monster thing.
That's generally what he is. I mean, he's got his human form, but the pig is just like his go-to.
Yeah.
And like everything.
It's true.
Well, I mean, well, Ocarina of Time, he was the giant boar monster thing with the clubs.
Pig boar. No, there were swords.
There were swords? Shit. I can never get the camera high to pan high enough. I was too panicked shooting arrows at his face.
Yeah. No, it was like pig form there, pig form in original. They show the pig form in 2.
In the SNES.
Pig form in Link to the Past.
Yeah.
And in the Oracle games as his Incomplete Resurrection. And probably every other game that isn't Wind Waker. There's a puppet pig.
In Wind Waker?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Before you actually get to the final battle on the top of the tower.
Yeah.
He has the different puppet forms, and one is a giant pig.
Mm-hmm. Ganon likes his pigs.
I don't know why. I don't know why that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why Vadi goes to a giant ball.
That's a good question.
I still don't know what moblins are.
Yeah.
Pig people?
Kind of like dogs, sort of.
Yeah.
But they have pig noses?
I don't know, they're weird. Well, they change it every game too, right?
That's true.
Like the original game, they very much look like pigs or boars or something. But then in more recent games, like Wind Waker, recent,
more
like 12 years ago.
Hey, it's been re-released. It is now recent.
True. Yeah. They look like very skinny, I don't know, misshapen whatsits. I don't even know.
Whatsits. What's it? The kind of thing you find in a bathroom drain.
I hate the whatsits.
I hate the redeads from that game.
I hate the who's and McGows.
The redeads from Wind Waker are just the worst.
You mean the molester
when
zombies?
they scream and their mouths drop like 5 feet. Fuck that. I don't like anything that's like humanoid but misshapen.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, fuck that stuff.
No,
that's why I hated Dead Space's necromorphs, because they look human enough until they start like freaking out.
Or like
twisting.
Yeah, like just that kind of unnatural movement. I'm totally fine with like gore for the most part, unless it's really visceral, like 127 hours when the guy's chopping his arm off.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that scene. I hated that scene. Yeah. So that's about it for that. I mean,
and then
we don't have any info on what it'll be.
On it.
Just a rumor.
Yeah.
Speaking of another rumor.
No, it's confirmed. We just don't know what they're going to show.
It's confirmed, but there's no information.
Yeah. Bethesda's going to be
confirmed
at E3.
Something.
Yeah. Bethesda will finally be at E3. I don't think they've ever done it before.
I don't think so either.
Whatever it is, it's big enough for them to go to E3 for.
Everyone's speculating Fallout 4.
It better fucking be Fallout 4.
It's got to be Doom, right?
No.
Oh, no.
I deny your Doom.
Except they have Doom beta access in that last Wolfenstein game. The chances are it'll be coming next.
I have my beta.
HD re-release of Morrowind. Anyone?
But you can just play Skyrim with the Morrowind mod. They recreated the entire world. At least I thought they did. It was either Morrowind or...
Skyrim modders have
whatever.
a lot of time on their hands.
They did some great stuff.
Modders have a lot of time on their hands.
They do some really cool work.
The Fallout New Vegas guys are nuts.
Yeah.
No
There's
kidding.
some great stuff out there. But yeah, I mean, we don't know what they're going to show. We don't know...
We
There's
just know
going to be
it'll be
one
there.
game, new stuff, multiple games.
Re-release of Dishonored.
I wouldn't mind seeing a new Dishonored.
Yeah.
Where the hell do you go from there, though? That's
To be fair, they
Pretty
only
wrapped
showed
up.
like the one land. They only showed the one
Island.
kingdom. They could go to any of the others that they mentioned.
Rage,
Or they could do a sequel or a prequel or...
Rage 2.
the
No.
Quill.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
They could call it Rage Quit.
That's fine.
Oh no! See, Rage was a great idea. It sounded
Idea,
fucking
yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
And
A lot
then I
of great
played
ideas
it
up
and I
there.
realized it's a car simulator
The-
in the wasteland.
The guys from id are great at
Ideas.
amazing ideas and amazing tech demos. Or very, very good ideas in small quantities. Doom is such a good game, but it's so simple. Like, none of it's unique all the way through it. It's just more corridors with more enemies to shoot.
Yeah.
But it's done so well, and it's so fun. Rage is such a cool idea until you play it, and it's like, I just don't... It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's id, but...
There's a whole lot of nothing out here.
Yeah. That's how I feel about a lot of Borderlands.
Yeah.
I mean, pre-sequel was so expansive in some of its areas, but there was nothing in it.
It's a moon. What the hell did you expect to see out there?
Apparently giant volcanoes and then glaciers later.
No cheese?
No cheese. I actually didn't see a cheese joke.
Yeah. That's depressing.
Now that I think about it, they did make Pink Floyd references.
Oh, when they're on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, the Darksiders. I was like, you know what? I approve of this.
I'll give them that.
Yeah. But no cheese jokes that I can remember.
Jeez.
They did have one guy who jumped so high he escaped the moon's orbit. Like
What?
he escaped the gravitational pull and he jumped like away. You see him float away.
He just jumped away.
Yep. It's actually an NBA Jam reference. Like you see the guy jump away and then you get another mission right afterwards.
Yeah.
To do you have to be on fire when you jump over the basketball net and slam down on it.
That's good.
The references in pre-sequel are awesome.
I like that reference.
Like that's what the Borderlands series is great for. References are their like bread and butter.
They have a great writing team.
Some cases, yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to like the jokes, okay. When it comes to actual dialogue, not always.
I don't know, man. Claptrap.
Claptrap is good, but
fun.
that's also the focus most of the
What
time.
about the
right?
guy from Borderlands 2? Shoot me in the face, Jim? Or
Face McShooty.
yes, Face McShooty.
Yeah.
Come on, shoot me in the face. Come on.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I didn't shoot him.
You didn't?
No, I walked away.
Walked away.
I felt bad.
The poor guy.
I wish there was actually a way to complete it like that.
Yeah.
Because there are other quests where you actually have to make those choices.
Yeah.
There was one where Handsome Jack tells you to kill yourself by jumping off a cliff.
You can do it.
You can do it or not,
Yeah.
and you get rewarded either way. Because you're just going to come back to life regardless. I wish they did more of that.
Yeah.
But they do have a set story they're trying to tell, so I can understand why they wouldn't. Which is kind of why I'm wondering what they're going to do with Tales from the Borderlands. Because
Sad story.
Handsome Jack's still in it. We just don't know if he's going to come back anyway, or how it's properly going to end or lead into Borderlands 3.
He
if
ain't
at
so
all.
handsome anymore.
Yeah,
Still-
I kind of took his face.
But to be fair, you took his face in pre-sequel.
No, Borderlands 2. I played the Psycho.
Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of running around with his face on.
Well, pre-sequel shows why he wears the mask that he has.
Okay.
So like it explains why he's not handsome, but he calls himself handsome.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. Honestly, pre-sequel did a really good job of like humanizing Jack for a while. I still can't forgive him for fucking up Bloodwing.
Oh, so sad.
We played that together. You
Yeah.
saw how pissed off I was.
You were really pissed.
I was like, because Bloodwing was so cool, and I love Mordecai, and then he,
Dead.
I'm still mad.
This is how boring the news was this week. We couldn't even stay on it.
Nope. Well, to be fair, it's like you mention it, and there's no other information.
That's true.
Again, I mentioned before we started, I could talk about the Amiibo and how there's more coming eventually.
Let's give them a week without Nintendo.
Yeah. But we talked about Zelda.
Sure.
So we could escape Zelda.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
We can't, though, because there's a new one coming this year.
Oh, yeah, next week we're going to have to talk about Majora's.
Yeah, we will.
And Monster Hunter.
You can talk about that, because you'll probably pick it
I
up.
don't want
Probably, yeah.
to talk about friggin' Monster Hunter. The last one I played was on the PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I'm the old school guy.
It's because you're the oldest one.
By a good shot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ah.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, that's, like, all for news.
That's everything.
Is there anything that we want to do, or, like... Because we were considering doing a top 10 thing on the fly of, like, stuff that we really like from whatever. But, I don't know, do we want to try that
You guys
out?
want to do a quick lightning round top 3?
Of what?
What are your favorite X?
We could try.
Okay.
All right.
Favorite RPG, Axel. Go. Top 3.
Tie between Xenoblade Chronicles and Illusion of Gaia.
Top 3.
Oh, you want me to have a third one? Yeah. Fuck. I thought we were doing one of each.
No, I'm saying fire off 3, then rotate.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't think fuck's an RPG.
Like a really lopsided revolver.
I haven't played as many RPGs as I thought. Tales of Symphonia.
Okay. Zach.
Earthbound, Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Okay.
and shit. What was the last RPG I actually played? Wow, I'm old. Fallout. Duh.
Okay.
Nice.
Fallout.
Original. OG.
Ogre Battle 64.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ones.
There is. Shit.
See, I at least got 2.
Yeah. Okay. Ogre Battle 64, Final Fantasy 8, and... Can I count World of Warcraft?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
You can count it.
love
You,
that bloody
you can
game.
count it. You just shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Ogre Battle 64, Final Fantasy 8, and Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick one for favorite obscure or artsy game, and give a reason why. Zach, go.
Psychonauts. It was trippy as balls.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Really, how really obscure are we going here?
That's, however you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
It could be a game
Xenonauts.
you made in your free
Oh,
time.
okay.
First on Steam, it is everything I wanted an XCOM sequel to be,
Yes.
and it's still quite playable. Even though it's finally out of early access, makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
It doesn't need to be top 3. It's just like 1 or 2 if you can
Yeah,
think
just
of
do
more.
your top 2.
Yeah, I got nothing left.
Okay.
Can I go with Catherine? That's pretty
Sure.
obscure.
I mean, it's not as obscure as other Atlas games, but sure,
Yeah.
it works.
So, Catherine, because it's a fantastic
shit!
book.
Metal Saga by Atlas.
Oh,
Oh,
These lists have had a lot of Atlas titles.
it's because everything they do is obscure.
That's true.
Because there's not
and
many
still
of it.
surprisingly really fucking good.
Everything they do
Atlas
is good.
does is... They're like my favorite.
Oh, damn it! Now I have more. They keep coming.
No, you're done now.
Damn it!
All right. Catherine, because it's an incredible puzzle game with probably one of the most riveting stories I've ever seen.
Not that it's even that original.
Couldn't
just
get through it. Weirded me out too much.
Sheep dreams.
Sheep
dreams.
And then, like, the
creepy,
thing chasing
creepy
you.
ass baby.
Fork
Yeah.
abortion.
Fork
No, thank
abortion.
you.
That was some of that's
Oh,
fucked
God.
up. For me, Killer 7. Simply because the weird mixture of like that political and supernatural story is still so fucked up that even people who know every in and out of the story, as well as the Japanese-only book that was released with more story information that wasn't in the game, still can't figure out all the details. The story is just so fucking weird. And it's got a wheelchair-bound dude who's like 60 and has a sniper, and it's awesome. Everything about that game is so cool.
You're just a huge fan of Killer 7
I
and Suda.
Well, I'm a fan of Killer 7, but Suda 51 specifically, his old stuff. All of his old stuff is fucking weird, but it's so cool. Because that's when he had like full creative control. And now he has creative control, but only if he wants to have naked cheerleaders.
Yeah. Lollipop Chainsaw was awesome.
I mean, not that there's anything against that, it's just I wish he would do something that wasn't just a beat 'em up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's eating at my soul.
Okay. Zach, pick a top 3 or top list. Top 1.
Let's see. Oh, we actually still got the list here. That's awesome.
Color. Okay, so just so you guys know, on the list, he also has favorite colors of pants, favorite types of lint,
Nightmares About Clowns.
nightmares about clowns.
All right, let's go to the last one on the list. The most your favorite bizarre fantasy weapon
Ooh.
or bizarre video game weapon.
Axel, go.
Oh god.
If you can if you can think of a couple, go nuts.
Does it have to be necessarily a weapon, or can it just be like a tool?
Tool works too.
Just like thing that you use to progress to some extent.
It's got to be wonky though.
Okay.
In Killer 7, one of the characters that you play as is able to break down walls that shouldn't be there by slitting her wrists and raining acid blood on them.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool.
That is ridiculous.
And just because I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles a lot, the Minato itself, the Minato that Shulk uses, it's a sword that shapes itself based on the person that uses it. So everyone, or every group of people, technically see a different kind of sword, and the sword itself will evolve based on how powerful it is.
Interesting.
Really like it. It's like a light sword transforming saber thing. It's fucking cool.
Really skirting the copyright there.
Rob?
It's not a lightsaber, it's a light sword.
It is. It's a sword that has light coming out of it.
What do you got, Rob?
A
lot of silence.
Oh, shit, yeah. The Nundix.
No.
Oh.
That's not a thing.
That's just something you doodled.
It's just something you doodled.
Damn it.
All right, I got one.
Okay.
Dead Rising 2, the dildo cannon.
Yes.
Nice.
You have to admit, that was pretty wacky. Silent Hill 3. After you beat the game, you can come back and play as Pretty Princess. You actually have like a Sailor Moon transformation wand style thing and everything. You can play and shoot rainbows at shit.
That's amazing.
It is wonderful. The whole game takes a completely different tone. It's like this trippy, dark mushroom fantasy now.
I decided on Dead Space. Once you unlock it, you can shoot the necromorphs with the foam finger, and you yell, pew, 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 every time you shoot. And it's a one-hit kill on everything.
Nice.
I love it.
That's awesome.
You need to come up with something now.
Uh,
You've been too focused on us.
The Gunblade.
You know what? I knew you were going to say
right out of a
Gunblade.
6-year-old's wet dream.
I knew you were going to say Gunblade. I was just thinking to myself, he's going to say Gunblade. He's going to say Gunblade.
I got another one. Dragon Age Inquisition. One of the grenades is actually a jar of bees.
Oh.
Whoa. That sounds like Dead Rising. They have a jar of bees.
I have to admit, it's like hucking a jar of bees at a dragon's feet and watching it stomp around trying not to get stung by bees.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll do one. Do you have a favorite developer or designer? Not the company, but an individual. Go.
Ooh. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Okay, that's fair. Well, any particular game, series, anything?
Zelda, Mario, anything. Saving the gaming industry, being kind of our god. You know.
Worship the Miyamoto. You got anything?
Actually, Gunpei Yokoi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nintendo's
Metroid
hardware guy.
Game Boy, yeah. That's a good one.
They wouldn't have gotten anywhere without that guy.
That's
No.
very true. I mean,
I'm sure the Virtual Boy was his greatest shame.
Yeah, but it was also kind of the most interesting thing because it's coming back now in different forms.
Yeah.
It's not the Virtual Boy.
It was
it's not
way
red
ahead of the
lines.
curve. The tech wasn't to snuff at that point. But yeah, he made Nintendo. Sure, people made the great games for it, but without him, the existing hardware wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, they wouldn't have the hold on the handheld market.
The Game Boy would not have happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's
The
a really
Nintendo
good one.
as it sits would not have happened. It would have been something similar, but not nearly as efficient.
Huh.
That's a good one.
They did
Yeah.
a lot with really outdated technology. The Nintendo, the tech for those cartridges and the reader was already 4 years in existence at that point.
Yeah,
And he managed to actually get more juice out of that tech.
that's a good one.
The dude was
Wow.
a genius. All right, Axel.
Dying the damn car crash.
It's going to be a weird three-way tie between people that are focused on
geez.
very strange stories and ways of telling them. Suda51, so Goichi Suda, Swery65 for his Deadly Premonition, which is just, that game is fucking weird.
Yeah.
What kind of weird? Are we talking bad acid trip weird?
Talking the entire game is based on the story themes from Twin Peaks.
Got it.
And Hideo Kojima. As much as I haven't played a lot of his games, for what I have played, everything is just very strange.
So 3 drug-tripped writers.
Basically. I love weird stuff and I love mysteries. Anything where I have to solve something to get to the end of the story.
All right, guys, I have another one. A game, name a game or series of games that you had to actually hunt down to play.
Ooh.
Like you copies were impossible to find. You ran into it well after its development cycle. Just something really like you found, maybe you heard of, a friend mentioned. You can never hunt down a copy, and when you finally found it,
Okay, I already got a couple right off the bat, especially because we're talking about Atlas. Ogre Battle. There's only 1,000 released in North America, which is it was impossible to find, and somehow I got it. The Persona games.
my Blockbuster had one.
No way.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
my neighbor stole it.
Oh, that dick. the Persona games, because I was about 10 years too late to Persona 1. And those were, they're Japanese titles, not very common in North America, difficult to find. So, yeah, basically Atlas.
Okay. One I can think of right now is the Sin and Punishment sequel, Star Successor, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
Only released North America. I think the original was only a Virtual Console on the Wii. Fuck, those games are fun. So really, you can see some of the assist trophies in Smash for Wii U.
Yeah, you can.
They have, I forget the character's name now, but the games themselves are super, super fun, like on-rail shooters with crazy open worlds and weird mechs and monsters.
Wait,
and
did you say open world rail shooter?
It's kind of. Well, like, the environments are humongous when you see
kind of
them.
an oxymoron.
It is a rail shooter, like, you can't really move in it, but the world that you're in is gigantic.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool story, too. Like,
Interesting enough.
It's kind of hard to follow, because, rail shooter stories.
Yeah.
But very colorful. Like, Xenoblade levels, colorful.
Huh.
Very cool. There's one that I was looking at over there. The Trauma series.
Trauma Surgeon?
Trauma Center, I think it was, and Trauma Team. Those games were not easy to find
Trauma
after
Team
a
was
while.
hard.
Trauma Team was really tough.
Trauma Team was harder than the
Jeez.
first one. Like, you had to actually have a competent partner, which I never found.
Yeah, those games were not easy to come by. There's a couple of old ones that I found as well. Death Smiles, when it was first released here. It's, I believe, an arcade shoot-'em-up from Japan. Not easy. It's one of those games where they had to dumb it down for us because we suck.
So it's a bullet hell.
Yes. I could probably show it to you later. It's fucking... Screw that game.
Crazy.
It's one of the only games that no one in the world has completed for achievements on the 360.
That's crazy.
No one has. You just can't... You can't.
Can't
no
be
one.
done.
No one has the time or the patience for it. And another one that I've never seen another copy of was Myst 5. When the Myst series
that was kind of
finally
when-
concluded.
That
At
wasn't
the
very
end of those
popular.
The only
either.
copy I've ever seen, and I bought it. Collector's edition from
When you started to
Wii.
get that far down, though, people stopped realizing Myst was even being made after
Yep.
the third one.
Yeah.
I only saw the one copy ever, and it was a collector's edition, and it was a very limited run as far as I know.
Yeah.
And I picked it up like 10 years ago or something. I don't know. It's old now,
Damn.
but yeah, I think I'm sure there's others I could come up with. But
Yeah. Okay, Zach, go.
All right, so Little King Story on the Wii.
oh,
Ooh.
Kind of like Pikmin, only you're building a little kingdom of fantasy people who you give jobs, and you're trying to conquer the world little bits at a time
Yeah.
from other ridiculous premise kingdoms. It's just fun. It's really, really cutesy and fucking hard. So fucking hard. The first 2 or 3 kingdoms, no problem. Those bosses, you can walk right over them.
yeah.
Then the learning curve becomes face in the wall. Like,
Yeah.
Did you ever play Zack and Wiki?
no.
It's a cat.
Like a porno?
Nice. It's a
Gross.
Capcom treasure hunting game where every level has like very specific ways to solve certain things. If you fuck up, like if you die, if you fail a puzzle or whatever, there is no checkpoint. Some levels take upwards of an hour or 2 if you're trying to figure it out for the first time, and if you screw up at the last puzzle, you have to redo the entire level.
Ouch.
That game
That is brutal.
and that's like the second or third level in when
Yeah.
it starts getting like that.
Jeez.
Game is insanely fun, but fucking harsh.
That is brutal.
I do have a couple of others.
Okay, this will be the last one.
Steel Lancer Arena International for the PS2.
Oh yeah,
That really, really fast-paced mecha
yeah.
combat game.
I always wanted to try that.
I still have it if you want to borrow
Oh
it.
yes, that'd be so cool.
Wait, I borrowed that, didn't I?
No, I still have it. You gave it back to me.
The it was a mech combat game for the PS2.
Yeah.
It was an arena type, like arena where you got to move up a ladder and whatnot.
Yep.
You lent that to me a couple of years ago. I
Yeah.
gave it back, but
Yeah.
that game was fun.
Yeah, and like all of it takes place in a virtual reality environment. All of the shops and stuff are on like a online server,
Oh,
It would
okay.
actually make an amazing modern remake of a game.
modern MMO even.
Yeah.
Last
You
one.
slowly climb the ladder and just your mechs get better equipment, but
Yeah.
barely. You can
Okay.
tune them a little. The upside is the chip, the character chip that you plug into it
Yeah.
is like an animal representation, and they gain stats based on how you fight.
It's
Okay.
really cool.
Huh?
All right, last one, lightning round, one answer. What's the question?
Anything from an old game that hasn't been re-released that you would like to see re-released?
Ooh.
Re-released in what sense? Like just put on the
It could be a
virtual
straight
console.
port. It could be a HD. It could be a 3D. So long as it's not like just straight cash in. Original Silent Hill.
Yes.
Because they did Silent Hill 2 and 3 HD, but they did not do Silent Hill 1.
It'd be really
And
fun.
I will not start playing the old Silent Hill games unless I play the first one. And
That's a
good luck finding a copy of the original that isn't super expensive or broken.
Yeah.
It didn't age well. Just a heads up.
It did.
That's fine. I don't care about age well. I just want to play it from like those crazy angles and the original story and get the lore behind the actual town, not the people in it.
Yeah.
So
I got one. Pokemon Snap. The Wii
Yes.
U gamepad was made for that game. Let's just get it already.
well, and they did kind of re-release it a little bit on the Wii. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
actually
it went
made
on
with
the
Wii
virtual
controls.
console with the Wii.
Yeah, but it had Wii made controls, so
Yeah.
it was like they redid Pikmin with the same thing a while
Yeah.
ago.
But could you just imagine going out
Like
with
a
the
brand
gamepad,
new-
being able to turn it around?
Can you imagine a brand new Pokemon Snap with every Pokemon and not just 50, like 53 of
jeez.
them or something?
I could play that game for years
Yeah.
until the next generation comes out.
Would you rather be on rails like the original or open world?
Ooh, I
Because
think
like let's be honest, with that many of them, on rails would get really hectic
it would. I
or
think
cluttered.
I think I would like it to be open world.
Just stretch the levels.
That's true.
But then can you increase the speed?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Like I said, you can decrease it in original, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could increase.
No.
I don't remember.
Oh no, you could. There was an increase button, but it was ridiculously fast.
But there was also only a couple of levels anyway. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a big game.
there's like 6 plus the Mew hidden level.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'd love to see Pokemon Snap. Open world would be great because they can implement a lot of puzzles to it, a lot more different ways to
Like how do you get to certain Pokemon?
Exactly.
So like 3D adventure platformer with pictures.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
it would.
So like a Dead Rising of Pokemon.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Zombie
Where the
Chew.
pictures are actually fun to take.
Hey, I
Oh.
covered an entire crowd of zombies in friggin' Metul heads. Because that's what they are. They're not Lego men.
Yes,
they are Metuls.
They are Metools.
No, wait. Not Metuls. Metuls are the little guys with the construction helmets.
Yeah.
Servbots.
Servbots, that's the one.
Servbots.
Damn, I felt bad there for having to say that shit.
Something Capcom-y and Mega Man-y.
Servbots are the best.
They're
Did you
awesome.
play the Misadventures of Tron Bonne?
I never played Misadventures, but I did play almost to the end of Original Legends. I got to like the last hour
you know
and
one
I
Servbots
had to take
for
it
me?
back to Blockbuster.
Well, one Servbots for me is just a single freaking line from one of the missions. Look, Miss Tron, a piggy! And he's holding a pig over his head. And I'm like, you're adorable, I'm going to keep him forever.
So I'm not going to spoil it because that game is awesome and everyone should play it. I got to the point in the story of the first Legends where something happens to Tron Bonne and her friends. I don't remember the details exactly, but I know it wasn't good. That's why I wanted to play Misadventures, because it's about them, and I love those characters. And I wanted to see more of them. So,
Yeah.
Alright.
That'd be cool. Actually, no. You know what? Other game that I want, just off topic
Oh,
entirely.
come on.
You don't have to answer, it's fine. I want fucking Legends 3. Fuck you, Capcom.
Just finish it.
Fuck
it's
you,
it's probably
Capcom.
almost done.
It was half done.
Yeah.
It was half done and they canceled it.
It's willing to print money for you, you know? We're willing to give you all our money.
Or just throw it out onto the internet. Give it open source. Let your fans fucking finish
Yeah,
it.
somebody will finish it.
There is a rumor that they have Mega Man coming soon, but
I
it's
hope
not
so.
going to be Legends. It'll be something else that we don't want.
Another Star Force.
You know what? At least that would be kind of okay.
Another Sonic.
Sonic the Hortag. Stupid Sonic.
Okay.
All right. I think that's probably good. We've rambled long enough.
Yeah, we kind of went off topic with those.
That's fine. We can go off
Lightning
topic.
rounds. Longest lightning round ever.
I have the one I wanted to see remade.
Okay.
Pretty fucking obscure, too. Raw Danger.
Yes!
The PS2.
yes!
The one with the flooding city where you're trying not to freeze to death or drown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well-crafted story. Mm-hmm. Perfectly interlinked chapters.
Yep.
You could actually fuck yourself over
Pretty
in a later
badly.
chapter by something you did in an earlier one.
Yeah.
And the only thing you're actually fighting is the environment.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
That game is great.
I would
Brilliant.
really like to see a new Raw Danger. Or a remade Raw Danger. Imagine that with the pretty new water
I
physics.
think they made one a couple years ago, but it was like a spiritual successor. And but
No
it was
thanks,
like
man.
2005 or something.
Yeah. Redo it with beautiful HD textures.
Completely
Imagine seeing the
redo it.
rippling frozen water with the chunks of ice floating on the top. Seeing your character's breath as he's holding on, you can see him slowly starting to shiver and like the color going out of his face.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be really awesome. All right, well, we're going to end on that note of some guy with color draining from his face while he's driving.
It's Canada. We know that feeling.
Yeah, that's like a regular Tuesday afternoon.
Pretty much, especially in winter.
Yeah.
Why do we live where the air hurts our face?
I don't know. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to listen to us again. We'll be back next week with hopefully Zack and
And me.
Axel and me, Rob. So you can find the podcast on iTunes or at thevisiblecube.com. And thanks for listening.
We'll see you guys again next week.
Bye-bye.
Yep.